Good morning.
Hi.
Welcome. You made it. We made it.
We did it.
Everything is. It's Saturday. Hopefully you have coffee or a beverage of choice, and we're taking it easy this morning. Not anything too terribly complex, hopefully.
We are Warm and Cozy Quilting. That's who you're watching right now?
Correct.
I'm Victoria.
I'm Sadie. We're in lovely Columbia, Illinois, just outside of St. Louis. Welcome. We are coming to you live from our brand new classroom space.
Yay!
So it is a little weird in here. No one quite knows where to sit or how anything works, and we've not done this setup in here, so it's the first time. We're figuring it out.
Learning together.
Winging it live.
We'll do it live.
Yeah, we're doing it live. But anyhow, we have, if you've been here before in the shop, our long arm space became our classroom, and our classroom became our long arm space. Magically, we just.
Quilt behind you.
Huh?
What?
Tell us about the quilt.
I'll get there.
We're getting there.
So we are inside of our classroom now, but you should absolutely come and see how it is. This is phase one. Things are still going to shift a little bit as we get settled, but it's really cool. We moved a bunch of stuff around, so come see us. We had an audience request for information about this quilt behind me. So this quilt here is Danielle made it. She is shop owner. She calls this her Heart at Sea quilt. It is a Storm at Sea block, but the pattern is called Our Hearts Will Go On. So there are two hearts in this quilt pattern, depending on how you lay it out and the colorization. Not sure how, you can't see enough of it to see it.
Yeah, no.
So I'll post a picture later.
You'll get to see it. So we are doing show and tell today.
Yeah, we are.
And we have so much to show and to tell.
Yes, that is true.
So
this is what we do on the last Saturday of the month here at Warm and Cozy. We do a show and tell. We also do a monthly mystery quilt, and it is the North American mystery quilt. So every month we go to a new destination. So,
but before we get into that, we have some housekeeping things.
We sure do.
So first off, let's talk time sensitive things. So Janome and HandiQuilter prices go up July 1st.
Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. So that's really sad. So come get a machine now while they're still not so crazy priced. We do have some really good pricing on some M8s.
Yes, we do.
That we just had in our super awesome event that we just did with Janome, which was really cool. So if you have questions or you're in the market for a new machine, come see us.
Today's the last day. Come today.
Come today. Anyway, Muni Band. Hey, are you in the Monroe County area? And do you like live music? Good, me too. So
do you like free ice cream?
That's the bigger thing, really. So
that should get you there, right?
So the Municipal Band in Waterloo, or I guess they're the Monroe County, I don't really know. They perform at the Waterloo Bandstand at 7:45 p.m. till 9:30 p.m. It's great. And on Tuesdays, thank you. So that we will be there next Tuesday. We're sponsoring next Tuesday's free ice cream, so we'll be walking around.
Yes, so come see your Warm and Cozy friends, listen to some wonderful live music, and say hi to some of the Waterloo Band kids who will be running around helping us out, distributing free ice cream, and it is from Oh Sugar, their local Waterloo ice cream place. Delicious.
Fantastic.
So I don't know what the flavors will be ahead of time. They don't tell me, but we'll have a list of flavors on the day. Also want to let you all know, beginning of July, there's a holiday. Yay, 4th of July.
Yay!
4th of July falls on a Friday this year. We were looking at the calendar and we were like, a lot of people travel for the holiday. It didn't make a whole lot of sense for us to open up for the 5th. So we will be closing for the 4th. We will not be reopening again until Tuesday, the 8th. So please don't come here on July 5th. We will not be here. So sorry. Thank you so much. See you another time.
See you another time. Come back.
Yes. But also we're doing Christmas in July. So starting Tuesday, for the whole month of July, we're going to have snowflake quilts hanging throughout the shop. I think we have like 8 or 9. I don't have a like real firm count at the moment. It is a pattern from Riley Blake that is called Cozy Up Snowflake. Danielle taught it as a sew along, so she had a whole group of folks sew along with her, make this quilt. It is amazing. There are so many different snowflakes in there. Some of those blocks are like 6 inches and have like 50 pieces in them or something. So it was a huge undertaking. Everyone who finished it, they're amazing. So you definitely should come and check those out. They're in different colorways and all different choices were made. So it'll be really cool to see them all together.
Yes.
So anytime the month of July, we will have them all hung by the 1st, keeping them all month long. So come check those out.
Cool.
What else we have coming up at the end of the month? Monroe County Fair.
Monroe County Fair. I was reading, you have it, what's the word I'm looking for?
I abbreviated it.
Yeah. And I was like, I don't know what MCF is. So I hope she knows. She does. It's Monroe County Fair. So we will be in the commercial building at the Monroe County Fair. We're bringing our long arms. We're bringing all sorts of cool stuff. I think we usually take like the Laura Star to show off while we're there too.
Yeah.
So we'll be there all week. So if you have any questions or you want to stop by and see us, that would be really cool.
It is July 20th through the 27th. Always want to check out the Fine Arts Building and see all the beautiful quilts that people have submitted and who got ribbons and all of that. But also, this year for the fair, we are going to have a quilt loaded on the quilt frame that is made out of our FFA fabrics.
Yes.
And we really want community members to get their hands on the machine and to actually quilt little sections of this quilt. So that it's community quilted, and then we intend to donate to a local chapter of FFA so they can raffle that off and anyway, give back a little bit, right? That's always nice. We love our farmers, and so we also love the future farmers.
Yes.
We need them, right?
My high
like
school
to
was
eat.
big on future farmers of America.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
Yes.
So check that out. Come and, put your stamp on the quilt so that'll be immortalized. It'll be great.
You putting anything in there?
I'm making the quilt.
Oh,
I'm
that's
making
right.
the
You're making
FFA quilt.
the FFA quilt. That's
Yeah,
right.
so that's my contribution.
Cool. That
Also,
works.
I don't live in Monroe County, so I can't submit.
Oh,
to
I
the
guess there's that.
fair.
That's boring.
Womp, womp, womp. But
Womp,
maybe
womp.
you do, and you can submit, which would
That
be
would
awesome.
be cool.
Okay. We also have a virtual Pro Stitcher Designer class coming up. This is very exciting. For those of you who are my Pro Stitcher friends, Susan Manry is going to be our instructor. She is like the long arm Pro Stitcher educator. She is so knowledgeable. She's out of Texas, super, super nice. If you're in the Pro Stitcher Posse Facebook group, you've definitely seen her name out there. She's amazing. So we're so lucky to be able to host her. We are doing that class virtually so that Susan doesn't have to come all the way here. So that helps her out, saves a little bit on the cost. So absolutely check that out. It is all about Pro Stitcher Designer and how you can use that to edit and customize all of your Pro Stitcher stuff and just next level, right? So skill building a little bit, move on from edge to edge. So check that out. That is July 17th at 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. You can join virtually from your house, or you can come hang out in our classroom and join virtually here. Both options are available on our website.
Cool. All right.
You want to talk about Oklahoma?
Yeah.
What do you know about Oklahoma? Besides the musical.
Well,
yeah.
But also, I just know that its history is really sad. That's what I know.
We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna try to keep it light. It is 9:30 on a Saturday. We're not trying to get too heavy, okay? So,
and I know that I think it borders Texas.
Sure does.
Texas is top hat, and that's what I know.
Yep, great. Good job. Geography lesson out of the way.
I graduated high school.
So Oklahoma is known as the Sooner State, or it's also called the Land of the Red Man. It is the 20th largest state in the U.S. Covers an area of 69,895 square miles. I've got a map here. This is from the website The True Size. It is thetruesize.com. And it allows you to take states or territories and put them over other things so that you can kind of get an idea of what it really looks like. So I kind of laid this out so that you can see St. Louis there in the middle, goes all the way to Indianapolis, down to Cape Girardeau, almost over to Kansas City. So it's pretty good size state. but that kind of gives you that local idea. The state name is derived from the Choctaw words Okla for people and Huma, which translates to red. Sooners was a name given to settlers who entered into the unassigned lands illegally in what is now the state of Oklahoma before like the start of the land rush. So that was the acquisition of tribal lands that the U.S. government did. Settlers could go, and if you were there at the right time, you would be gifted 160 acres of land under the Homestead Act of 1862. So usually this was done on a first come, first served basis, but some people broke the rules and went early. And so they were being seen as having crossed the border sooner, leading to Sooners as the state's official nickname. Historically, that area had served as a government-sanctioned territory for Native Americans moving east from the Mississippi River. Also cattle routes for Texas, and a destination for the southern settlers. There are currently 25 indigenous languages spoken in Oklahoma.
That's pretty cool.
It's really cool.
That's pretty neat.
I mean, it is not, we saw, that is not a very big state for there to be 25 different languages housed in that little spot.
I barely speak good English.
I mean,
if
if they spoke a different language in Kansas City than we spoke here, like that would be difficult.
Crazy.
That would be hard to do. Yeah.
Right.
So attempts to create an all-Indian state named Oklahoma and a later attempt to create the state named Sequoia failed, but the Sequoia Statehood Convention of 1905 eventually laid the groundwork for the Oklahoma Statehood Convention, took place 2 years later, became the 46th state of the United States on November 16th, 1907. So a young state, yes. not been hanging around so long. So some other things to know about Oklahoma. Major producer of natural gas and oil and agriculture. They rely on
big future farmers of America.
Yeah, big future farmers of America. Also get a lot of their economics from aviation, energy, telecommunication, and biotechnology. Oklahoma City and Tulsa are going to be the largest economic region or cities in the whole of Oklahoma. And Oklahoma City is the capital and the largest city. Not always true, but is of this one. It became a focal point for the emerging oil industry. Tulsa is the oil capital of the world. In the 1920s, an Oklahoman, his name is Cyrus Avery. That's what he looks like. He is known as the father of Route 66 and began the campaign to create the U.S. Route 66 as we know it now. Route, I use them both interchangeably. I apologize already, okay? But that original stretch was from Amarillo, Texas to Tulsa, Oklahoma. The U.S. Highway 66 Association oversees the planning of Route 66 based in the hometown of Tulsa. It covers 376 miles in Oklahoma alone.
So, Route 66 was established on November 11th, 1926, with road signs came the next year. The highway became one of the most famous roadways in the United States, ran from Chicago through Missouri, Kansas, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, and Arizona before ending in Santa Monica, California, covering a total of 2,448 miles. US 66 was a primary route for those who migrated west, especially during the 1930s. Parts of Oklahoma suffered the consequences of poor farming practices. The Dust Bowl spanning areas of Kansas, Texas, New Mexico, and northwest regions of Oklahoma were hampered by long periods of little rainfall, strong winds, and abnormally high temperatures and severe dust storms, sending thousands of farmers into poverty and forcing them to relocate to more rural areas of the United States. That sucks. Route 66 supported the economies of the communities through which it passed. People doing business along the route became prosperous. From the onset, public road planners intended US 66 to connect the main streets of rural and urban communities along its course for the most practical of reasons. Most small towns have no prior access to a major national. What is that?
Thoroughfare.
That's a big word.
So basically, to get to small towns, you'd have to take these little windy country roads and up and around, and so you didn't often get a lot of non-local traffic, right?
Huh.
But by creating US Route 66, they were able to bring more people into these small communities, which helped growing traffic and created the rise of the mom and pop business, which of course we appreciate here at a small business. Always great to see that.
At a ma
And sister.
Sister.
We're sister owned now.
right.
But yeah, all those small little shops like service stations, restaurants, and all of those things to assist motorists
Yes.
on their journey.
Yes, that's big for them. The U.S. Highway 66 Association placed its first advertisement in the July 16th, 1932 issue of the Saturday Evening Post. The ad invited Americans to take US 66 to the 1932 Summer Olympics in Los Angeles. That's pretty lit. A US Highway 66 Association office in Oklahoma received hundreds of requests for information after the ad was published. That's pretty lit. The novel,
The Grapes of Wrath, which was also adapted into a film, has Johnny Depp in it, I think.
Oh,
Or is it Leo DiCaprio?
no idea.
Leo DiCaprio is the child. Anyway, depicts a family traveling to California on Route 66 after being evicted from their small farm in Oklahoma.
Huh. Also was the birth of the fast food industry. Red's Giant Hamburger in Springfield, Missouri, site of the first drive-through restaurant and the first McDonald's in San Bernardino. That is also a very long word.
I'm sorry.
Changes like these to the landscape further cemented 66's reputation as a near perfect
Microcosm.
of the culture of America now linked by the automobile. There was a lot. Sadie is a poet, is what I'm gathering from reading this here script. I lost my spot.
It's great.
That's great.
So then Route 66 started to decline when the signing of the Interstate Highway Act came in. During its near 60-year existence, Route 66 was under constant change. As highway engineering became more sophisticated, engineers constantly sought more direct routes between cities and towns. Increased traffic led to a number of major and minor realignments of Route 66 throughout the years. With the decommissioning of US 66, no single interstate route was designed to replace it. So the route now is covered by Interstate 55 from Chicago to St. Louis, Interstate 44 from St. Louis to Oklahoma City, Interstate 40 from Oklahoma City to Barstow, Interstate 15 from Barstow to San Bernardino, and a combination of Florida State Route 66, 210, and State Route 2, or I-10, to get from Bernardino to Los Angeles metropolitan area or Santa Monica. In 2008, the World Monuments Fund added the US 66 to the World Monuments Watch List, as sites along the route, such as gas stations, motels, cafes, and trading posts, are threatened by development in urban areas and the abandonment and decay in rural areas. Recently, the popularity and mythical stature of US 66 has continued to grow. Demands have begun to mount to improve signage and to return Route 66 to road atlases and revive its status as continuous routing. And in 2026, Route 66 will celebrate its centennial. It'll be 100 years.
And all of that started in the great state of Oklahoma.
So we did bring some fabrics out in case you need to commemorate the Route 66 100 years. We have a panel and a couple go-withers that we thought we would just mention while we're here.
Isn't it so cool?
Shows the whole route and a lot of the little things you can stop and see and do on the way. And then there's, some highway signs and some other cute things that you can add, but very cool.
Great. Next.
So moving on, the flag of Oklahoma has pretty much looked like this since about 1941.
Oh.
However, there were a lot of counterfeit or dupes that were not authorized. So they would have like stylized eagle feathers, or incorrectly shaped crosses, or the wrong colors, or some combination, or other errors. So what was actually interesting as I was reading this is in 2005, an Oklahoma Boy Scout leader was trying to design a patch, and he looked across several state government and historical and educational websites and could not find a consistent image of the Oklahoma flag. So he actually took up the charge, and they signed a law into effect that would standardize all of the colors and shapes, happening just, as recent as November of 2006.
Hey, that was like the
Not
year
that
I was
long ago.
born.
Yeah.
That wasn't even that long ago.
Right, you're just a young thing.
You did something like that.
The flag of Oklahoma is also one of only 2 U.S. state flags, along with our pals in New Mexico, to depict Native American iconography. The blue field in the background represents devotion and loyalty. The shield by the pipe and olive branch represents a love of peace by a united people. And the flag of Oklahoma closely resembles the flag of the Choctaw Nation that was carried into battle by men of the 2nd Indian Brigade, or Choctaw Brigade, during the American Civil War. 14.2% of Oklahomans identify as American Indians, so it is the highest indigenous population percentage by state. And of course, that is largely because of the Trail of Tears, and I'm going to try to go through this fast. So the Trail of Tears was the forced displacement of more than 60,000 indigenous people between 1830 and 1850 by the U.S. government as part of the Indian removal. Members of the Cherokee, Muskogee, Seminole, Chickasaw, and Choctaw nations were forcibly removed from their ancestral homelands in the southeastern United States to newly designated Indian Territory west of the Mississippi River after passage of the Indian Removal Act in 1830. Thousands died of disease and exhaustion before reaching their destinations or shortly after. So one thing that I wanted to do is I wanted to look and see what Native people lived here where we are in Columbia, Illinois. So here at Warm and Cozy, this is a picture of a map from the website native-land.ca. Native Land Digital is a Canada-based Indigenous-led nonprofit organization that provides a digital map of Indigenous territories, languages, and treaties globally. So this is the group or tribe that likely was on this land originally, is the Mia, or the Miami Nation of Indians, also known as the Miami, Illinois people. It is both a language and a group of people, and that translates to downstream people. So weirdly enough, the Miami tribe of Oklahoma is the only federally recognized Native American tribe of the Miami Indians in the United States. The people there are descended from Miami, the Native American nation, who were removed in the 19th century from their homelands, and the headquarters is based in Miami, Oklahoma. And then the language that is Miami, Illinois, is an indigenous language that was spoken in the United States, historically in Illinois, Missouri, Indiana, and Western Ohio, as well as along the Mississippi River. Although Oklahoma and the Miami Nations of Indians the Miami Nation of Indians of the state of Indiana, that was way too many words. They're a nonprofit organization to revive the language and preserve their Native heritage by teaching young and old members, because the last Native speaker actually died in 1989. So the language has gone extinct, but it has been well preserved. So it is estimated that as of 2016, around 500 members of the tribe still use the language on a regular basis. That's what I have about Oklahoma.
Thank you for coming to our 9:30 a.m. AP U.S. History course.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll send you paperwork for your credit hours later, okay? Let's look at quilts.
Yes.
Shall we?
We shall.
Perfect. So we will show ours first. We went with a patriotic theme for our Oklahoma quilt. We used this Constitution fabric to go around the border. And then we had those blocks in the middle, bright red inner border. There it is. Thank you, Lydia. So that is our example, and we will show the ones that folks brought in just to show and tell next. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So this is Miss
Chris Barbie.
Chris Barbie brought this one in for us.
And she made it larger to make it Quilts of Valor size so that it can be donated to Quilts of Valor.
Correct.
All stash?
QOV stash.
All QOV stash. So donated fabrics, volunteer time. QOV is a wonderful organization. If you haven't heard us talk about it, please ask. We will love to fill you in. This next one is from our friend Rita, and she's a purple girl, if you don't know Rita. And so this is very much looks like her quilt. But she added that stashing in, and it really sets it off.
Yes.
Love that.
Do you know if she used scrap for this one, or was this, did
I
you
don't
ask
know.
her?
I didn't
That's
ask. Yeah, so I don't know if this was stash or if she bought for it, but beautiful, beautiful job, Rita.
Rita, let us know in the comments.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So this is Miss Karen's. Correct?
I love the colors in that. That's so beautiful.
That border is fantastic.
Yes. Such a resourceful way to use up those extra pieces.
Did you use scrap for this one?
Yeah, that's all stash and scrap.
That's awesome. Wow. Gorgeous. Thank you guys.
Okay, and one more Oklahoma quilt.
We got
Two more. Sorry.
And this is Miss Becky's. I love
Ooh.
the piece in the middle triangle situation.
Yeah.
That is
kind
so
of
fun.
flips the focus, right?
Yeah.
With these lovely vintage colors. It's so nice.
Yes. Miss
Love
Becky,
that.
did you use your stash for this one?
That was a jelly roll. I have no idea why I bought it.
Oh, perfect.
Very cool shop. It showed I thought we got to do that.
Becky said that was a jelly roll she got on a shop hop. Oh, this one is all blue and white.
And this is Miss Carol.
Miss Carol.
All scrap, she said. Wow, that's so fun doing the different.
Yeah, it like radiates out from the center.
Yeah.
Don't know if you can tell on camera, but that very center is white, and then it goes to a white with a print.
Yeah, I would get closer, but there's kind of.
Carol.
Miss Carol's.
Okay, and now we will reveal where we are going next month.
Where are we going?
Normally I tease you, but I don't have that sheet. So I will not. We're going to Montana. So Lydia, will you show our Montana quilt?
We got dragonflies on it.
Yes. So this was made by our pal Sophia, and she quilted it. And there it is.
Cute.
Little flower basket. So great.
So if you're interested, all of you who brought in a quilt to show or getting a pattern today, if
Yes.
you're interested in getting in on it, let somebody know.
Okay, other show and tell.
Can I say, 'cause I did that one, I also did another one that's a little different, it's same pattern, but kind of changes the color.
Yeah, let's do it.
Planning on having it quilt, this one still has pins in it, Jeffrey got sick. So I didn't get to quilt it, so it's just pins, so I hope.
Okay,
okay.
for our friends at home, sorry. So Miss Sophia, who made our version She also made another one because she liked the pattern so well.
Mhm.
And so she was hoping to have it quilted, but of course, when you have a deadline, your machine likes to act up. So it has pins, but we're ignoring that, and Lydia's going to show this version.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, so lovely.
And the yellow around it has the print looks like the sun.
It does.
So she wanted to highlight those flowers and use those in the basket, and then the yellow border looks like the sun. So lovely.
Do we want to do these ones last, or do we?
Yeah. I was
Okay.
gonna-
Okay.
So who else has show and tell?
Show and tell time. Gonna work your way. Yeah, she's got it. She's profesh.
Yes, I would love that if you would gather things for us, Kelly.
Hello. Okay. So Miss Christie brought us 3 things to show off today. Yeah. Three. I can count real well.
They're big. I did see that Pam asked if the Route 66 panel that we showed is available to order, and it is.
Yes.
So Pam, I will get with you after the show.
That is
Wow. So that looks like batik.
Yes.
Nice.
You got a home that this is going to, or?
Nope.
Perfect.
This-
That's
It's
perfect.
gorgeous. That is Miss Christie's.
And it led me into the second one.
Okay.
It's big.
Ooh. So same pattern, different flavor situation.
Yeah.
Love that.
Here's the center more. I feel like this.
Yeah. So it's a disappearing 9 patch, and I like how you're thinking about radiating those colors out from the center. That's so cool.
And then this is the monthly.
This is Field and Furrows, which was our block of the month, designed by 4th and Main, Scott Flanagan.
Mm-hmm. We talked about him last week. Was that last week?
Recently, we did talk about him. Ooh.
Yeah, I'll come help you.
That turned out great.
And the border is all the strap pieces.
Okay.
No matter
Nice.
what size it was.
Perfect. So that border is all beautiful scrap.
Okay.
So that was all from Christy.
This.
That way?
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh my God.
You guys liking what you're seeing? Use those reacts, use the hearts, leave us comments, let us know.
We got all sorts of show and tell today.
Yeah, we got lots. Victoria. Yes. You need more help?
Oh, that one's sideways. Who did this?
Who did this?
Who did this? Because I want.
Patty! Is this Riley Blake pattern, berry patch?
It was in one of the magazines that I bought.
Yeah.
I did it for our quilt build. We were supposed to make something out of 2.5-inch strips.
Perfect. So Patty said this was in a magazine that she got, and she was challenged by her guild to make something with 2.5-inch strips. Beautifully done. Love that.
And the stripology really worked fantastic.
Oh, and she loved using stripology on that. Ooh.
Got it?
Oh, wow. That looks just so soft and cuddly. So you've got some chenilling, rag quilt situation. So quilt as you go.
Yeah.
So cool.
That's so
I love it.
That's awesome.
That looks so cool. Great job.
Love it. Stripology worked good for this one.
Stripology works good on that as well.
All right, now we got a bag.
This is from Pam. I saw she posted pictures on the Quilters Collective as well. These are shop hop fabrics and all the blocks she got for completing the Illinois shop hop 2 years ago.
It's also
And that whole Stripology little.
And it's large enough to hold Stripology and mat, and it's a bianny.
Modified.
So it's a Pam's version of a bianny.
Yeah. Hopefully. Got another bag.
And continuing with using Illinois shop hop fabric, here's another bag that I think Lydia could get inside. That is so cool.
Very
Oh
big.
man, and that zipper is so awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Pockets.
I feel like you could fit like a travel mate in here. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you absolutely could put a machine in there. Wow,
gorgeous.
I love that. And then you've got like a plastic something on the bottom, vinyl on the bottom.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
nice.
Oh,
So nice. Good body to that.
yes.
Nice
for sure.
quilted bag. Okay, what's next? A Jolie. I know who this is from. This is from one of the Janets,
The Janet.
the Janet's TM. She started this Jolie with us when we did our Jolie class. Oh, and that is all different art gallery fabrics. So pretty. Have you finally worked through all of this in your stash?
Yes,
Yes.
my 100-block quilt.
So
I bought
Janet made Tula Pink's 100 modern blocks with us and used the scraps from that with some others to make that beautiful Jolie.
Then we got an Elsa and Anna.
We have also from Janet for Elsa and Anna.
Together.
So this was a retreat we did at the end of May, and these are also Stripology quilts. You make one, and the pieces you cut off from that one are what you use to get the other. So they're like sister quilts. This is using, the background is Fizz by Juicy Juice, and the bright colors are Phosphor by Libs Elliott, so Andover fabric. Gorgeous, gorgeous.
She laid her one out a little bit different.
Yeah.
Yes, that is an alternate layout on Elsa.
Oh, wait, I don't know.
I think
She was
that's
trying to like whisper that to me.
Oh,
She's
I
like, see, it's different, and I'm like, different. Like, I can see it from the back. That's cool. Okay. Okay. We got another bag.
This is the other Janet.
Everybody's been talking about all their bags, and I made this one, and I love it. And I just love it.
Yes, and you should. That's amazing. It's also a bianny pattern. You've got purse feet, you've got mesh, zippers, pockets, quilting, like hardware, all the things.
Very hard on the inside, and it's got
squirrel.
oh,
Yeah.
you dropped your pen, but there's nice bumps on the bottom, so it can actually sit.
Yeah,
I don't know where
and
that
clearly you're using it because you still got a pen packed away. That's so cute.
And those are, yeah, those are. Yeah.
Okay.
This is stuff that I had in my box, and all it needed on it was the binding.
Yay! So we finally got this one finished. It came out of a box, a UFO. Put some binding on, and now there it is. So cute.
Cutesy.
So summery and fun. Oh my gosh, the crabs on the back. They're so cute. Oh, this is very
A brown bag mystery. I bought the kit just based on.
okay.
Oh, wow.
So this was a brown bag mystery. Bonnie Hunter does. No, Karen Montgomery. I'm sorry. Not enough coffee, clearly. So Janet picked the print, and then everything else was a mystery as it came together.
Lovely.
And the next one also is the same pattern.
Yep. Kelly, will you technical difficulties. Okay, so next show and tell. Oh. So this is another brown bag mystery where she picked the kit based on that print. Love that. Oh, that border print is amazing.
Gorgeous.
So pretty.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking with us, those on the internet. Thank you.
Appreciate you. Okay.
Oh, I like the quilting on that. That's fun.
Oh, wow.
Is this Dina?
Yeah.
Cute.
And these are from Miss Carol, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And pink and green, it's a favorite color combo of Danielle's for sure.
Yes.
So it makes me think of Danielle.
Missing her today.
I know.
She's teaching class, like
Right. She's doing a stripology workshop.
She's not like off to war or something. I'll see her later.
Oh, you posted this one on the collective too.
So that's so cute. She's got the rainbow binding. I do appreciate
Oh, that's so fun. So there's scrappy binding. It's a trip around the world. She took a class here with us to make. It's all Fizz by Juicy Juice with a real fun inner border, the pop color, and it's so pretty.
That's awesome.
Scrappy binding is so fun.
And that is, oh, there's one more.
Yay! So this is also a UFO that we just finally got bound. This is Beth's.
And we're donating it to Linus Project.
Oh, and this is going to Project Linus. Do you guys remember Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
Yes.
I remember Bob the
I
Builder.
want to appreciate the back. There's the lines at the bottom.
I love it. Cute. I'm like slightly too old for Bob the Builder, but like, you know. So great. And one more.
One more.
One more.
It's a front wash.
Honor of Shark Week for my daughter, because that one has her, that's a female, has flowers on her belly.
So
And it'll be a pillow.
this is going to be a pillow. It is in honor of Shark Week and Sophia's daughter. This is a female shark because she's got flowers on her belly.
So cute.
And she's so adorable.
She's smiling.
I love it.
I think it's the 50th anniversary of Jaws this year, too. So, very, very fun time to be a shark.
Okay. All right. So I have some things to tell you about before we show the last quilts of the day. So what we're going to show off is a challenge that we did in the shop. If anybody has been following us on either TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook Reels, you might have seen last week we posted a short video of Mom talking about the Anna Maria challenge, and then we all showed off the fabric and the patterns that we picked. So those quilts are done here today, which is really cool because everybody today is going to get to vote on their favorite, and the winner gets a prize.
Not today.
Not today. What else?
No.
Never mind, I'm telling you fake news.
Fake news.
So you don't get to vote today on this one. Anyway, so what we're gonna do for you, because this is really cool, we're gonna challenge you guys to do the same thing. So everybody, you gotta get a Anna Maria 1 yard cut of any of her big prints that she's got out there, and then you can get 2 fabrics to go with it of your choice, and
Yes.
they've got to be 1 yard of each. Now, we did out of the big block book.
So these are the 2 Anna Maria Horner lines that we have right now. There is another one on the way, but Anna Maria used to be Anna Maria Horner, if you're familiar with that name. She has since gotten married, and her name is now Anna Maria Perry, so she just goes by Anna Maria. We've dropped the last name. She is now designing for Northcott, and so these are her 2 first early collections with Northcott. On the left is Iconic, and on the right is Indelible. you can switch back to us now. So those are the two collections that we have in shop. They're beautiful, beautiful florals, but there's not a cohesive like colorway. So sometimes using big prints like that can be a bit of a challenge. You don't know how to really show them off. So we kind of wanted to show you some of the ways that we're working with those large prints and challenge you all to do the same. So to participate, you have to purchase 3 yards of fabric. 1 yard must be an Anna Maria print. The other 2 can be any yards in the building. Whatever you want.
Lydia's miming over there.
Perfect. So we're announcing this today. You would have to either drop off or submit, take a photo of whatever you make before the last Saturday, which would be July 26th. So you would have 1 month. You do not have to make a 3-yard quilt. You can make a bag. You could make anything you want. You can make a king size quilt if you want. No rules. You have to use the Anna Maria print in your project, and you have to buy 3 yards of fabric. Okay. If you complete the challenge and you submit something to be shown, then you are going to get a participation prize.
Yay!
Just for hanging out and doing the challenge. You'll get a $25 gift card to Warm and Cozy for participating. So that kind of offsets your cost to do it, right? Also, then we are planning to hang them in the shop and let the audience, people who come into shop, vote on their favorites. We're planning to have 3 grand prizes, so there might be a couple different categories that you vote on. But that will happen in August, not today. As far as
Oopie daisies. Wait, does that mean I get to enter mine?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Cool. Sweet.
All right, so let's show off what we did
Yay!
to maybe inspire you to think about what you could do in this next month to join our Anna Maria.
So this was Kelly's, and hers is quilted and
bound. Well, no, it's
no,
not.
it's not bound yet.
But still quilted overachiever.
Yeah.
Do you remember the name of your pattern? This is Charisma out of the 3-yard big block book.
I feel like I need to stand right here so everybody can
Like the inner border.
see. Yeah.
You only had a week and a half.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So
Mine is finished. Don't ask me what time it was finished.
mine as well.
I was awake. The sun was not awake. I'll say that much.
So this one is mine. It does have another border that needs to go on it. I just haven't gotten that far yet.
Yeah. Borders are extra. Aww.
So pretty, so cute.
Do you remember the name of the pattern?
That one is Perspective.
What up the border?
It's another pink. Yeah. We do.
Do we have Danielle?
I feel like this is
She's
better.
not here, but ooh and ah anyway.
Please.
She'll feel it in the universe.
She'll be like, oh my gosh, people.
Someone's admiring my quilt right now. So Anna Maria is really famous for this sunflower print. It comes up in a lot of her collections, and it's one of my favorites. So I just love it with that teal. It's got such a good pop of color.
Yeah.
And of course, Danielle is also like amazingly fast at putting quilts together. So getting this done in a week and a half for her was no problem. And
I think it took her 30 minutes.
the rest of us are like at the 11th hour, and we're like, can we get a 12th hour though? This one is Diane.
That one's Felicity.
Felicity, also out of that big block 3-yard quilt book.
And I think was Mom's race.
Yes.
I love this.
See, I like how I asked you all the names of your patterns, fully knowing that I don't remember.
It's like gleeful or something.
Gleeful sounds right.
Close.
I think that's right. I think it is right.
Perfect.
It's the middle pattern on the back of the book. If that's helpful. We have more on order also. So if we can't get it today, we will have them come in. That one's mine. Thank you.
Gorgeous.
Thank you. I think I'm gonna add a border that wasn't in the pattern, but I think I'm gonna put that big print on another border just to make it a little bigger.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Perfect. Okay. I think that's all of the showing and all of the telling that we intend to do today.
That we intend to do.
Yes, yes. Lots of cool stuff going on. So definitely come in, hang out, see us on the internet, all of the things.
Yeah, yeah.
You got anything else?
No,
No.
I'm good.
Okay. Have a lovely 4th of July if we don't see you before then. And be safe. Yes.
Oh, our tickets.
We'll do that after.
Oh.
No. I haven't forgotten. So if you come in person to show and tell, we give you prizes because, we're bribing you to be here. So come in person sometime.
Yeah.
But we're going to take care of that off camera. So thanks for hanging out. Goodbye to our internet friends. Bye.